Hi, welcome to One More Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Okay, I'm going to continue with this unpacking one single Chinese character a day. I'm having fun because I feel like this deep dive helps you to visualize, to see, because sometimes I went through 4 characters and none of them get my full attention. And this time I'm showing you unpacking one single character, and then whatever is component, I'm going to break it down to show you the original form of that component. So today we're going to talk about 有, which the most frequent translation is have. And you can see English translation can be or exist. Imagine what's the confusion for a Chinese person to understand what exactly English means by be, to be or not to be. That is something beyond Chinese language use. Like we don't exactly have a concept of be, but okay, I guess 有 can be translated as a be as well. But most of the time it means have, it means ownership, it means something belong to you, right? Okay, so 有 came from these 2 parts, 3-finger hand symbol, which looks just like that, minus this minus sign, and then this meat symbol. Okay, so this is meat. It kind of omega sign, right? And then have those 2 stripes. So it's a mimicking of how a hanging up dry meat will look like. Because before refrigerator, how people store meat, right? They have to be hung up somehow so that they don't get rotten quickly. And the meat was not that frequently like a grocery store purchasable things, right? And there was no storage or no mass production of that. Either it came from like a hunter-gatherer society that you have to hunt and be, fortunate enough to catch some catch, right? To have some fresh caught meat of wild animals, or it's a farmed animal, domesticated animals, and you don't want to kill them off that frequently either, right? You want to save for special occasions or kind of pace out your meat consumption throughout the year. So once you make a kill, then you have to kind of store it. So the whole thing, I'm just saying, in the past, the meat either hunted or farmed. It's individual household. It's not like a commercialized, like our mass-produced meat, contemporary processed meat, as our after the industrial age, that the meat before was much, much more precious and there was no storage method, right? So for meat to be next to your hand, that means you're holding meat. That was a major have. So like in contemporary English, we would distinguish people who have, people have not, right? Have and have not. So all this kind of a basic classification of people either have it or don't have it. And in ancient times, Chinese use meat as the thing that define you have or have not. So that shows meat was highly regarded as a food source, right? Okay, so I'm showing you here inch picture again because this thing doesn't go on its own. So 3-finger hand symbol doesn't show up by itself. So I have to show you something as close as possible. And this inch sign is an indicator, the horizontal line, to show, okay, this is the pulse reading position, which is 1 inch down from your wrist. And again, the major frame of this character is made up of this 3-finger hand symbol plus the indicator. So I'm now removing the indicator, plug in the meat symbol over there. That means you have meat next to your hand, and that's have. Okay, again, we can translate have into have, be, or exist. I mean, be and exist in English kind of equivalent, right? So you see we have 有. Well, most of the time it means 存在. No, it means have. Means 拥有 or 具有 or 有着, like all this pairing of 有 plus some other Chinese characters to make it a fuller or more specified. Now, be and exist. You don't see a pairing of you with something else. And when we say 有, that means something is there. You have it. Therefore, this have meaning was kind of transferred to be meaning. It means there it is. You have something as is. So that becomes be. I guess that's my best translation of that. So have in Chinese is made up of hand holding meat. So meat holding, so instead of stockholders, this is meat holders. Those are the people who have. So the closest I can find on picture contemporary, instead of showing a piece of meat, which would be very odd to show somebody holding meat, which I couldn't find throughout the world wide web, because it's not some aesthetically beautiful thing. So holding a light bulb towards sunset, on the other hand, kind of signifies that, oh, you got some new idea, you have idea. So I guess in today's age, a major have is to have new idea, have creativity, have something, be disruptive to the current status quo. And that could be regarded as people who have against have now, right? This is our contemporary have versus the old one, the meat holder. Okay, catching into the currency of thinking by one word today with Sophie. See you next.